And McCaffrey will take a knee. And McCaffrey will get the night started. And he does so in style. Christian McCaffrey out to midfield. Here's Hogan now. And on the underneath, he's able to find Devin Kajus. Big-bodied Kajus, 6'4", 227 senior. Barry Sanders in as the tailback, replacing McCaffrey. Play action. Hogan downfield and off the hands of 3rd and 3. Pitch Ramon Wright looking for a block, and good job by that. We play this safe. Well covered by Stanford inside the 10. They send Perkins out in motion, and he completes the first one of the night for a first down to Devin Fuller.
And he had that'll show you multiple looks.
To pass again. Andrews now. And he was stacked up just beyond the 20-yard line that time. He had no
true freshman to throw the ball around the yard.
Second down pass, able to get it complete, and about a yard short of that line to make is Duarte. 3rd and 1, pistol set with Perkins. To pass again, and he muscled this ball underneath. A flag is down. If that remains with the spot, it will be a first down on the completion to Jordan Payton.
Looked like Payton pushed off possibly.
Pass interference, number 9 offense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. They're down.
Rosen. And that ball is intercepted. Holder with the pick, spinning inside the 10. Could he get to the outside? Elijah Holder, pick 6, money early.
Elijah Holder is the cornerback that a lot of teams have been trying to pick on and attack. Opposite of Ronnie Harris. He does an unbelievable job reading the eyes of Josh Rosen. Jumps in front of this football. This ball was thrown a little bit late, a little bit too far inside. And watch him just tightrope the sidelines close to stepping out of bounds. Nice job with his balance right there, breaking a tackle. He gets the convoy. Huge play for the Cardinal defense early.
Jake Bailey kicks away, and Devin Fuller set to return. And it is a kickoff fielded at the 9-yard line by Fuller. But he's met right away at the 20 that time. Is the 6'4" freshman from Manhattan Beach. And a little confidence builder to Duarte.
He saw a calm and a very present Rosen. We saw that on the sidelines as he spoke with his quarterback's coach after that last pick.
So far acting that way following the pick 6 as he connects with Devin.
A couple times. They're trusting him right now.
And here is Perkins. One move to the outside, a hop over, a cut back, and a little wiggle into green space. Paul Perkins. My, oh my, what an effort.
In tackles per game, but watch number 4. He's going to get in the whole great instincts. Whoa. Nope. And then a little L1 button. There's a hurdle, the triangle, L1, L1. This is a complete running back, ladies and gentlemen.
And how nice is it to watch all these cuts? This is usually the feature guy. This is the
field before the stadium steps.
His cardio is way better than Palmer's.
Way better.
1st and goal. Flag is down as Perkins takes it inside the 5 and crosses the goal line. We will check on the flag.
Illegal formation. 5 players in the backfield. Off. 5-yard penalty. First down.
He's right up here in the slot, a guy that Josh Rosen really trusts.
Here's Rosen being chased out. Another flag is down as Rosen puts this into the ground.
Holding Number 74 off offense. 10-yard penalty, second down.
Starks tried to test that left side and couldn't find anything against Solomon Thomas.
Ball over.
And they do run it up the middle, just inside the 20.
That Reese Davis jinx.
So Perkins put them in position. And then sorely missed on this UCLA defense. Here's McCaffrey now. Christian McCaffrey. And McCaffrey's got a seam, and Fairbairn's got no chance. Can the others get him on the angle? Inside the 5, Christian McCaffrey.
Most yards per game in the country, but look at him. See the hole? Runs through it. Look at that nice cut. Sticks his foot in the ground. And it's a foot race. How about the kicker, Joe? Slowed him down enough right there.
And it was Octavius Spencer who ends up tracking him down. 96-yard kickoff return. First and goal, play action. Touchdown, Austin Hooper. They're not wasting time tonight. 31-yard pick six, 96-yard kickoff return, and a first and goal touchdown pass.
Talked about Hooper being a big target. He's one of these guys that has to make plays in this offense. Obviously, you're thinking run the whole time. First and goal from the 4-yard line. Great time to run play action, wow, sneaking right out of the backfield. If I can spit it out.
Well, he can read, as you can see.
Steve Spurrier will be there too, buddy.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Here's Devin Fuller now returning from 2 yards into the end zone. And Fuller, if he can get to the corner. Decent return.
Errors. You're right back in this game.
Rosen to pass again. And wide open downfield and complete to Darren Andrews. This game's had a little bit of everything already. 70-yard touchdown pass. Rosen to Andrews.
Rosen has plenty of time to throw. His receiver comes wide open. I tell you what, sometimes they talk about how hard it is to throw to an open guy. Rosen, Jesse, put this thing on a bullet. You see the receiver obviously comes wide open right down the middle. If you look at that thing,
well, that
is a laser.
That's also a coverage bust. I mean, there's no way this Stanford defense can allow a wide receiver to get that open in the back end. That's not something you see too often from Stanford.
Explosive moments ago, wide open, and took it 70 yards. The touchdown catch from Josh Rosen. You know what this guy can do. But this time they find Christian McCaffrey. Had that 96-yarder early.
At Stanford, I know they can afford some new couches.
I think the endowment's doing all right. Here's Barry Sanders. 2nd and 4 with Sanders flanking Hogan. Hogan with time, and then finally has to extend, run, tries to get to the edge, stretches it out. It'll depend on the spot here.
Actually make you miss.
Jumbo formation, all the big bodies in tight on 3rd and 1. And Wright picks up the first down. That's a whole lot of humanity. McCaffrey back in, I formation for Stanford. And a whistle blows here as there was some motion.
Full start, 78 offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
There's McCaffrey. Just couldn't get that crease as it was filled. 2nd and 13. Hogan pressured and tried to get it. 3rd and 13. Hogan. And some
Hard run if he wants. It's still 4th and 5, and you make a punt.
Bryce Love in motion. Very fast player. Backward pass. Ball is loose.
Working play action, throwing to tight ends and other bodies down the field, but this isn't necessarily where Stanford's offense wants to thrive.
McCaffrey. That was clogged up. They bring 4 against Hogan. Downfield it goes and complete. McCaffrey gets about 3.5 that time. Aaron
Calling here with all these big bodies on the field.
McCaffrey again. Stiff arm and then dragging ahead. Be about a
In the Shaw-Harbaugh era.
Ogre again, 3rd and 1. And they run right behind it again with Ramon. Hogan under center here with McCaffrey in the I formation on 1st down. Well blocked and with the triple tight ends. And they'll pass out of it with a one-on-one matchup with Devin Kajust. Took an inside position with that 6'4" frame. It was available for Kevin Hogan.
Joe, you talked about having all those tight ends on the field. The left side of the formation, Devin Kajust out at wide receiver. He's basically like a tight end himself. 6'4", 230 pounds. And that's a mismatch against a much smaller Randall Goforth at 5'10", 190. And it's an excellent route.
Yep.
Ball thrown in on the body. Nice catch. Too strong crossing the goal line.
28th. Oregon obviously not what everybody thought them to be. This is Ishmael Adams from the 2.
I think for a Pac-12 team to finish the season with only 1 conference loss.
Rosen comes to the near side that time.
Good job allowing him to survey the field, set his feet, and be accurate. Stanford's got to do a better job getting pressure.
He was 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So now
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 51 offense. Half the distance to the goal line. 2nd down.
So Rosen out of the gun here with Perkins. And good job to get that cross field. Backs off and checks at the line.
And it was a great job by Rosen seeing the blitz, going where he was supposed to go with the football. It's a good read. But that's what Stanford wanted, their stud corner.
As McCaffrey secures.
You get paid to do this, Joe. I hope so. Penn State, by the way, leading the nation in sacks. Be an interesting game.
Giving up? Oh.
Here's Bryce Love.
Hey, bud, how about a heads up?
There's McCaffrey and Kenny Clark.
You want to see the quick passing games coming from Stanford, but Hogan is such a good runner, too. A lot of times he makes plays with his feet on 3rd and short.
3rd down and 4. Here's Hogan. His intern is out to punt, Alex Robinson. They grow them smart here in Stanford, if you haven't noticed, Davey. And it's a good punt inside the 10. Look at this thing go. Alex Robinson pins them all the way down at the 2.
But it's okay if you wrap
up.
Wrap
them, and it's okay if you're blocked into them, which it both look like on that play.
Now running out of the end zone is Perkins. 2nd and 2. Play action. And complete out to the 20-yard line and beyond. A flag is
Eligible receiver downfield. Number 54. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Well, I'll tell you what, in today's college football, just because you're a freshman at quarterback doesn't mean you're bad. You've seen 2 guys win Heisman's here in recent years.
So after another 1st down negated, Perkins, he may have kept his balance right there. I think he just rolled over the 2 guys down on the ground. Game against Oregon.
Good heads-up play.
3rd and 1. tripped up.
Between these linemen, and so athletic in his ability to make a tackle in the backfield. Wow.
Bengal punting away. And McCaffrey hoping they scatter.
I wasn't there yesterday because I would have tested your pocket awareness. Speared you.
So after that 32-yard punt, good field position for Stanford. Hogan, wide open downfield is Kajik.
They hid Tabuada, their third tight end, in the backfield at fullback.
And now McCaffrey on the direct snap. And McCaffrey just tripped up as he was trying to cut.
Now you got McCaffrey back in the Wildcat. What are they going to do?
This time he does what Michael Mothershed comes up with.
After review, the ruling touchdown.
To the roar of Stanford Stadium.
What gets lost is the finish was great by McCaffrey, not having his knee down, but watch the cut too. This was designed to, he's kind of going to bend back a little bit over the, A-gap right to the right side. Look at that cut. Great job sticking his foot in the ground, cutting, and then breaking some tackles.
He also got a great lead block from his fullback.
Plenty of great blocks
Marks.
right there.
I mean, that was...
Marks is a stud. He's a hammer.
And he showed it right there.
This is
a conversion. They're shooting themselves in the foot and having to back it up and try again.
Rosen being
Reinforced it on both sides. He's appealed to his coaches, but they won't put him back in just yet.
redshirt freshman Colton Miller in there, Kaylee, up left tackle now. And more pressure.
It's going to have to be really good under duress.
Investigation of rape. That came a year after an alleged on-campus sexual assault, and Coach Mora wasted no time immediately suspending Searle.
Can't let this thing get out of hand too much more.
Barry Sanders, Anku and Clark on a big front. Looking to slow things down here. 2nd and 4. Look at the blocking.
Stanford adjust and bring in all that beef, and they're not bringing in more beef to stop it. That's what's going to happen every single play. They need to adjust. Ball count, take a shot.
Why not? Hogan does so downfield.
They run slant and goes, they run stutter goes to try and get these receivers open deep.
There are fouls on both teams. Holding, number 77 offense. Offside, number 58 defense. Those fouls offset, still first down.
I don't want Hogan taking that many shots, that's for sure. Especially those are harder shots.
Leads it at first down at the 41. Second and 9, looking for set up the screen.
Though, Kataya.
You got it.
Yes.
Right on.
The Pollock-Kataya debates are just classic. Here's the pitch now on 3rd and 5.
In their last 3 games, last 3 wins.
First down just beyond midfield. They got Hooper flexed out top of your screen here as McCaffrey runs in that direction.
Receiver out of the backfield can make people miss. He does punt returns. He can do a little bit of everything.
2nd and 1 now on the pitch as he worked.
Not all the stops.
Talk about Stanford's defense lack of depth. UCLA's not playing a ton of guys either, taking these body punches over and over.
McCaffrey again. Leg drop.
Stanford wants to play you in a phone booth.
2nd and 5. All too easy. Untouched Christian McCaffrey. 28-yard touchdown run. Cardinal rolling.
There's nobody even close to laying a hand on Christian McCaffrey. This offensive line is blowing everybody up. They're going to pull a guy this way, but watch the push. All these blockers moving to the left side of their formation. They're just running downfield. They're 5-6 yards downfield before they're even making contact.
Well, they're not covering bodies up, so those big old bodies like David Bright that we showed 300 pounds, number 64. He's got a free release to the backer. What do you want that backer to do? 45% of his team's offense, Leonard Fournette.
This might be the first weekend that they actually have to throw the football to win a game when they take on an excellent Florida Gator defense.
Devin Fuller from the 4.
Heading to the NLCS as the Dodgers go down. Joe Tess, back to you, sir.
Thank you, Adnan. Look forward to the halftime report with the boys. Paul Perkins taking advantage.
He's able to capitalize here before the end of the half.
And if they can get some run defense in the half, it'd really be good.
Rosen steps up, then a tuck and run it pretty well.
Personal foul, targeting number 10 offense, 15-yard penalty, still first down.
Go ahead,
The
Katana.
previous play is under review.
All right, what they're going to do, it's an automatic review before they even say the player's ejected. That's automatic by rule. What this looks like to me is exactly what you guys just described. Take a look at this now. The helmet flies off, but to me it looks like the contact's below the shoulder. And to me, if I'm looking at this and this is what I'm looking at, I'm taking that targeting off. Here's another shot here. Take a look.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? The helmet does come off, but it's as a result of the impact. To me, it looks like that blow is below the neck area. Now, here's a good shot right there.
I mean, he doesn't even hit him hard.
Well,
I mean,
Well,
it's the rule.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Number 10 is disqualified.
Plus, I mean, I don't get that. That's a bad call.
leading tackler for Stanford, who leads the nation in tackles per game. He can't come back. That's a big loss for them, too.
Rosen on 2nd and 15. As this is complete for a first down to Fuller.
Big
17-yard reception here. Coming up on 1:30 to play in this first half. UCLA desperate for points.
Second time we've seen excellent coverage from Ronnie Harris.
Massive work back to the football, too.
Perkins on a 2nd down run this time.
One thing we've seen here in the second quarter, pressure has gotten much better from Stanford. Whether they're blitzing or they're not, Rosen's having to scramble.
Starks now.
Protect Rosen, so abandoning the run's not going to help.
Rosen on 2nd down. And that's complete.
Lined across his body over the middle of the field. Those are the types of balls that sometimes get picked and returned to the house. Got away with one there.
3rd down. Complete for a first down.
Clock running out with 25 seconds left. And
one timeout left for Stanford.
Free play.
Offside. Number 7 coming across the neutral zone, making contact. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Yeah, he does. Watch. Right.
what are you touching?
There. So his pad, he hit him with the shoulder.
Ball on the 17. One timeout remaining for UCLA. And on the slant, complete inside the 5. Ball came loose at the end there. As the umpire right in on that pile. Let's see what they come up with here. That was Quentin Meeks who was in there. As it was Andrews, the UCLA.
On the road, sparking some life back into them before they get the ball back first here in the second half.
You got one timeout. Will you run it again? Give Perkins a touch.
Here is Perkins. Touchdown Bruins. 11 seconds left in the half. They had to have that drive, and they got it.
I like it. You got one timeout left, so you can still run the football one more time. Give it to your best player. Your best player is Paul Perkins. It's going to be Rosen down the road, but tight quarters in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. Watch the leg drive by Perkins after he gets it.
Nice job, too, by the backup left tackle.
Look at that.
Colton Miller, 77. It's a nice job just kind of walling his defensive end down the line of scrimmage. giving Perkins an area to cut back to and get north.
UCLA touchdown by Paul Perkins. That ended 21 unanswered points.
They're like 115. That defense gives up less than 3 yards a pop, brother.
Okay.
There's a little squibbit here at the end of the half, taken by an up man.
Hey, look, guys, just stop shooting ourselves in the feet. The penalties have been killing us. We gave them one early in the game.
Ishmael Adams back deep to return. Adams dropped the ball for a moment there.
Perfect if we want to stop Stanford's offense.
Of course, Kelly, we talked about it earlier. Eddie Vanderdoes and Miles Jack and Mora all absent from that UCLA defense.
For the game, probably. The defense he just talked about is undermanned. They already had a bunch of plays in the first half and looked like they were worn out. They need to score points now.
Rosen,
they got to give him a clean pocket to make accurate throws downfield. It starts right now in an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long.
8 hurries against Rosen here. 3rd and 10. Escapes the pressure.
The other side, Ronnie Harris has done a pretty good job of locking down his side and his island. You know, there was a big coverage bust they gave up early on a long touchdown. Aside from bounds, he likes to bang. You want it, you're like Washington State. You want to throw it 70 times. He can get in the slot and cover somebody, and they're just missing his physical athleticism.
McCaffrey met after a gain of 1.5 yards.
Hell, because you know Stanford in the second half, they're going to try and run the football and run this clock.
Hogan on 2nd and 8.
Also have to play more press man-to-man coverage like you see right here. See if you can disrupt the timing in the passing game all the way across the board, man-to-man.
Hogan. As it's incomplete, flag comes from all the way over at the 13-yard line on John Johnson, who was in against Michael Rector.
That extension of the
Pass
arm.
interference.
Off of the
Defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. That's an automatic first down.
At every level of the defense, gave up 353 rushing yards to Arizona, 38 points to Arizona State. They're back up against it right now tonight.
Here's McCaffrey giving way, and it's a reverse back to Hogan. How about this from Stanford? Did he catch that pinned against the defender's back? That is utterly incredible. Francis Owusu, that may be the play of the year so far.
Who is the guy from Alabama?
Pro throw. That's exactly what I thought.
Wow. How in the world did Owusu do that? Razzle dazzle and then bringing it on the back end.
Look at that. Can't even see the ball. Arms wrapped around him.
That thing was plastered to Jaleel Waddou's back, and Owusu pins it.
That's another underthrow by Kevin Hogan, but Owusu just does all the work. His head's turned completely to the right. He's just working based on feel.
The play alone is unbelievable. For it to finish this way with Owusu.
We're not going top 10. That's number 1.
Yeah,
everybody else, you're fighting.
Lose the nominee.
You're fighting for 2 through 10. That's all feel. I mean, his head gets turned back. He can't even see the football.
Let me tell you something. Wow. You're going to be seeing that next summer at the ESPYs.
And he had
Francis Owusu.
And he had his hand under the football. Even when it touched the ground, he had his left hand under.
That's why he caught it.
David Shaw was a wide receiver here at Stanford in the early 90s. And I don't remember seeing his film and seeing much of that. He was a good one.
Francis Owusu's older brother never had a catch like that when he was here. And he had a heck of a career.
Devin Fuller on the return.
That was Odell Beckham before Odell Beckham right there. It was kind of similar, but man, poor UCLA. They're receiving into all these, aren't they?
You're going to see it all year long. You're going to see it at the ESPYs also, play of the year possibility. That's phenomenal. And what if you're UCLA right now? I mean, talk about demoralizing. You're just thinking you're
going to need a lot of help to get back in this one. Bradley, DC's like, what the heck do you want me to call for that? I don't have a defense to stop that.
You know, the push inside from the other side, from number 32, Alfieri, forced Rosen to back up a little bit to his left.
Attaboy, I like that. Starting to give credit to people that aren't making stats.
Here's Perkins. Good run on 2nd and 19. UCLA is 1 of 7 on third downs tonight. Flag is down as Rosen is picked. I'd love to see you in the game trying to place that all-time in recent college football histories.
When you immediately think pro throw, right?
Look better and better every week as the season gets deeper and deeper.
I think
start to understand why some of the buzz is building and talking about this team in a certain way. And then there's this guy.
Out there the whole time.
McCaffrey not finding much there against him.
How many losses does he have in his
It's
career?
not Jake Rudock.
How many losses does he have in his career? If you add up the Iowa, no, not close.
Cal twice, which means a lot out here. Oregon's got the 2 wins there, has a win over Notre Dame, has a bowl MVP. It's a wonderful career he has pieced together here. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh.
But not there at all. Randall Goforth. And will he go forth to the outside here as he is wrapped up on that return?
And Kevin Hogan just stares this thing down way too long. He's patting the football, the plays off timing. He just needs to come down to a check down or throw this away. He's looking at the curl, he wants it. 3 hitches, a windup. That's just too easy for Randall Goforth.
And we haven't talked about the windup tonight yet, but he's got a windup. That's one of the things I think that leads to some of his inaccuracies, some of his bad throws.
Number 1.
I'm glad you said that name perfectly. Moving forward with Kevin Hogan, too, is a guy that has to be, this is a perfect fit in this offense. If you get behind the sticks consistently, or if you get down, you know, they don't do that very often at Stanford, but he's not your guy.
2nd and 9, Rosen.
Not there, 3rd not there. Get reset, find your 4th target over the middle of the field. Guys, in his 6th start, that's a true freshman.
You know, good position when he throws the football, but he's got it all. I can't think of anything he doesn't have to become truly, truly great.
Got to keep adding to that experience. 3rd and 8.
He is eventually going to learn from this, but right now, Noel Mazzoni, losing sleep and stuff like that.
Whistles blow here prior to that 4th and 8. So there's some movement.
Full start. Number 74 offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
So Fairbairn comes in. Made from 36 earlier, this from 33.
That was very average. I don't know what that class means because I'm not smart enough to figure that out, but the end was definitely no bueno. INT is lined up in this heavy formation and just ground and pound.
That's exactly what they do with McCaffrey.
In the huddle, he's reading the play call and the call sheet from the center.
They've done this many times tonight with McCaffrey on the direct snap. And look at him find that hole. And Christian McCaffrey is turning it on. What a night. What a night for the sophomore sensation.
It's just tremendous vision and tremendous patience. He just lets the blocks develop in front of him. This play is supposed to go this way, but he's going to see a lane on the backside. He keeps his eyes down the field. And there's just too much speed out in the second level.
Well, the Jets. Adams can fly. Runs away from him.
You know, people always talk about his dad Ed, who we all know so well with his NFL career, but his grandfather on the mom's side, a 1960 U.S. Olympian silver medal as you'll ever see.
We didn't even talk about Nick Chubb, you know, being out for the years. Like, no, we didn't even talk about it because there's so many things going on.
It's like college soap opera meets daytime soap opera on Monday. Here's Devin Fuller.
It apparently wasn't for health reasons, just to walk away when things aren't going good. It's not the Steve Spurrier I know. It's not the one that I was coached by. I think that was surprising to me.
NCAA that I don't necessarily agree with, but it stinks for Florida because Florida's finally had an offensive pulse. They had the defense. They've had so many. Spurrier. I think all of us are going to miss Steve Spurrier and his quotes and his fun. And
you're going to get a lot of those on Saturday morning. He's going to be with you this week on College.
Keeping our own end, why not?
So here's 4th down. Perkins stacked up right at the line, and it was Blake Martinez.
Talked about him. He took that targeting shot earlier in the first half, right at the end of the first half. Leads the nation in tackles per game. Look at him. Great instincts, great feel.
Found the ball all the time. It's incredible.
No, McCaffrey's out there for more.
Still, huh?
Take a guess what play this is.
09.
Yeah.
He set the single-game rushing record at Stanford history, 223. McCaffrey has 216 right now. Could be seeing Stanford school history right here.
Because think about it, you see 8-9-man boxes consistently. You make that one guy miss in an 8-9-man box, you got a chance to hit your head on the goalpost. They just never had anybody like that.
Here's McCaffrey.
It's demoralizing when they own the line of scrimmage. They feed off it.
Think about guys they've lost their best players. When you're talking about Miles Jack, who was a freak show. You've seen him in offense. You've seen him on defense. A big voice. You had Eddie up front. You had Morneau in the back end.
Fabian Moreau, yeah.
Moreau. So, I mean, he lost a lot of those impact guys. And
4 rushing touchdowns now for Christian McCaffrey. 243 yards rushing. That's a school record. 4 rushing touchdowns on top of it.
Utah's undefeated, and right now, heading into tonight, you know, they're my #1 team based on what they've accomplished so far this year. And people should be talking about Utah, but I think people are watching what Stanford's doing tonight, especially how good they look on offense, the plays they've made defensively. This Pac-12 race is going to be very interesting down the stretch.
4 rushing touchdowns ties a school record as well. They hang 56 up on UCLA, and we're still in the 3rd. So that couldn't be more understated to simply write 41-yard touchdown reception next to it.
That wasn't just a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, 41-yard touchdown reception.
Catch of the year. McCaffrey has 400 yards of total offense almost, and we're showing this. That just gives you an idea of how sick that catch is. Couldn't even see the ball.
It's a great way to put it.
Defense continued to give great effort because next week on a Thursday at home, they've got a pretty good looking Cal team coming.
That's what I want to see.
But you're okay if they just quit?
But they've already quit. Are you watching? I mean, that defense tapped out.
This game's not over yet. This offense has to use this moment as a teaching moment and compete and fight and scrap and show Jim Mora something. It's the future of this program.
Now for the young Josh Rosen.
Penalties, turnovers, drop passes. Just seems like so many.
Locked down by that Florida defense. You heard it here first.
Set it at 115.
Locked down.
You put it at 150.
150.
The 10th different player in major college football to play into 3 play touchdown drives tonight for a 56-20 advantage over number 18 UC with the helmet off. 369 all-purpose yards tonight. It's just 10 short of the Stanford single-game record.
Believable. Straight 300-yard rushing night. And that just shows you how dominant this offensive line has been and how well their running backs have played.
3rd and 6.
You just don't want to. You just don't need to risk anything up right now by 36 points.
After we wrap up, SportsCenter's underway on ESPN2, and then we'll get you there as soon as things finish up here at Stanford Stadium. Keep getting better and better and look more and more impressive. You stack them up with the rest of everybody else, the Ohio States and Baylors and Utah and Clemson and LSU. You think about if the selection committee had to do their business right now.
Question about it. I'd say right now Stanford is playing as good as anybody else out there today. They're playing at that level right now that I think they need to start being entered into the conversation.
That was a good effort that time by Devin Fuller to make that catch. Flag is down at the 28. David?
I think that I know Utah's got a great resume and they're undefeated.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Number 64 offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
But from what I've
play,
yeah.
And you keep seeing the trajectory of this team,
the offensive
watch out.
line, if they stay healthy and the offensive line keeps playing like this, then absolutely.
Their offense, though, is good enough with McCaffrey, Barry Sanders, Hogan playing at the level. If Hogan keeps playing at the
Sarkeesian, Utah still has 4 very tough division games left. I mean, it's not a foregone conclusion that Utah's already going to win the division and face Stanford in the Pac-12 title game. UCLA has got still a lot of football left.
3rd and 7. 17, that is caught inside the 5. How about that? He actually paused for a moment to Duarte and then took it home.
We talked a lot about Josh Rosen, and he's made a couple of mistakes tonight, but we're not crazy. And when you talk about accuracy and throws that, you know, there are a lot of players, you know, playing on Sundays that have difficulty with this. I mean, that's right in between 2 defenders. It's funny that Duarte dropped the easy
it right in his hands earlier
but
and then catches that.
That is an unbelievable throw by Josh Rosen. And here's my thing.
What's
Just
your thing?
Keep fighting. This offense, they haven't quit. This drive, they found some explosive plays. They're getting true freshman running backs in the game. Good sign for Jim Mora and UCLA. Guys are continuing to compete. It's important.
2-point conversion attempt. And that is in. Nate Starks. Well, they cut the lead in half. Josh Rosen, downfield. You like what you see. Difficult catch, good finish. Set to kick off after UCLA scored the touchdown and then the 2-point conversion.
Lines up under center.
There's the sophomore, future of the program. His Uncle Paul, the Wisconsin head, the Josh Rosen class. He camped up here.
Well, you got to remember, I mean, Chris himself was recruited by Alabama and USC and offered scholarships. 3rd-rated pocket passer, Killer Christ, can't have success here either. They do a good job. David Shaw and his staff on offense, they coach up Q's. Didn't think they could survive Andrew Luck leaving or Derek Mason leaving as defensive coordinator, and they just continue to just chug along. Great job by David Shaw.
You know what's crazy about David Shaw? He's undefeated against 6.
Still out there, taking us right to the finish.
The future, but even this year, and I'll continue to say, UCLA's dream of playing in a Pac-12 championship game is not dead, even with tonight's result. Big games remaining, huge one against Cal. Sim sick. 25 years experience in the National Football League on that, mostly on that side of the ball. We're gonna have a little heart-to-heart this week in meetings, I guarantee that.
Well, feels the blitz, kind of drifts away from it to give himself time. Throw that underneath route to Peyton. Still gets hit, but because he drifted away.
Run to a Pac-12 championship, maybe and beyond. This defensive line, they need to stay healthy. Huge key moving forward.
He says to them, I know we're better than that when they make a mistake. He says, I never say we didn't play well enough. I say we didn't perform well enough. I would guess that's a conversation this team will be having.
Back, a lot of big zones and tried to let a true freshman make mistakes. He didn't. Had an All-American type performance. Ever since that, it's been a blitzathon week in, week out. It'll continue. Bruins 8 times in a row, and we've won 5 of the last 7 against USC. Stanford right now is the team, and they've been that way in the state of one tight end coming out of high school, or Casey Tucker, a right tackle. Different players. They've got more talent than they've ever had, and it's because of their success.
Mention there, Jess.
Well, take your pick. I mean, 2 top 10 matchups in the SEC is big. I can't wait for Michigan State. I think Ohio State, Penn State's going to be good too. And listen, the Pac-12 South battle. Arizona State, a team that's not turning it over anymore. The last 2 games.
His mic is open, right, Jess?
No, he meant for if you're UCLA.
Okay. David, just for you, I hope UCLA uses these 2 timeouts. And Florida LSU at 7 o'clock. That's a good doubleheader. This defense is phenomenal.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play anything close to what
I think
Florida
they can
has
play
on their
well,
side.
and this guy still gets 115 yards.
But, you know, and eventually a lot of these things need to be addressed. The penalties, the turnovers, because this team's too talented to do this to themselves. And Jim Moore
Has been poor. Yards after contact.
You got Jared Goff and Cal next week.
Well, the good thing they can't score, though. That's good. That's going to be awesome.
What time are you on the air tomorrow, David?
Yeah.
Could be closing in on that number
in about
soon.
4.5 hours.
But
how do you think they are on the outside?
I think they're good.
I think they're solid, but they're not.
Yeah, I mean,
nothing spectacular.
I don't think they're world beaters, but I think they're good. And I think they're good enough to win games. You know what? You should score a touchdown. Really just help the confidence. You know, you know what?
Yeah.
Stretch this thing out.
With 31.
Yeah, until the clock reads 0-0-0.
And Rosen gets it complete, and Peyton gets it in. And to your point, Jesse, just keep working.
It's a big part of this. Jordan Payton's going to have to be a guy, and he's already become a reliable target for the true freshman Rosen. He knows he's got a physical receiver outside, and Jim Mora told us that he reminds him of Anquan Bolden or TJ Ushmanzada.
Big physical.
Yeah, a possession guy that you can trust. If you put the ball around his body, it's his football or it's nobody's. And moving forward here, starting next Thursday against Cal, he's been targeted 7 times. The USC game this year, it's crazy. You're right.
I thought you were going
Bottom
UCF
line,
on me
it's
right
not,
there.
I'm going to be in about a
UCF.
month.
What do you think about that?
Get ready, UCF fans, Thursday Night Football.
Hogan can sit back as his team will be moving to 5-1.
Both at home. And by the way, they've only lost 3 times here since 2010. This is one of the best home field advantages in college football. Out the door, his bag, he's zipping it up right now. Like the zipper is going up the bag, and he's got. They're getting his. He's
We
got
had
a
to
hat
chain
on
him
backward.
to the desk for the last quarter.
He's making sure he has his driver's license so he can show it to the security at the airport.
And right from the start, it was that kind of night. They had the pick 6, they had the big kickoff return, and they had Christian McCaffrey go for 369 all-purpose yards. That is the season high in major college football. 56-35. Stanford just keeps looking better and better and better. 5-1 overall. Number 15 rolls at home. SportsCenter is coming up next.